Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Hi, Greg McAfee here, and welcome back to the Greg McAfee Show. We have a few things left to go over in the Greg McAfee Boot Camp Revival, and I'm excited about these. These are exciting things to help your business grow. And I just randomly took a shot here, if you can see that, of our one of our commercials that we had developed. Let me say, first of all, we talked a little bit about last time, or the last two times, about advertising, marketing, branding, all those types of things. We've been doing, for McAfee Heating, we've been doing radio, we've been doing TV for years, radio and TV for years. Recently, of course, we've got more into social media. We've got more into YouTube advertising and all that goes along with that. So, of course, in the last year or two, we've really increased our advertising on the web and everything that goes with that. So we've been advertising on the radio for years, and it started off with me on the screen, on the green screen, and it was just, it was okay. I got compliments, but it was just your standard commercial produced by a studio, media studio, who are going to make money on your advertising because you're buying spots from them to be on TV. So anyway, as the years went by, we wanted to continue raising our bar on the quality of the commercial that we wanted to produce. So a few years back, we hired a company to record, produce our commercials. Now, we had a lot of ideas. We're very creative, so we had a lot of ideas, and we met with them and wrote down, this is kind of what we see. This commercial right here, if you can see it on the screen, at least you're going to hear it, is probably the second round. It's the second round of commercials. And as we produced a few, we thought, we ought to make one for the military. I mean, I served in the Marine Corps, so I want to do one for the military, like the military, dad overseas, mom and children back home. I just wanted to do something good. It got a lot of attention. We had a lot of people calling in, emailing in, writing letters, thanking us for producing that. It basically touched hearts. It wasn't just your typical heating and air conditioning commercial. I'll go ahead and play it so you can kind of get an idea. Like I said, if you can't see it on the screen, you'll at least be able to hear it.
At McAfee, we can help your family make big decisions, even when your world's apart. Your family's comfort means just as much to us as it does to you. Any season, any time. McAfee.
Okay, so you can see that it's very professionally done. So when we produced these, we used everything we possibly could that would fit any type of advertising we do. So the 4 and the 5s, the 10, the 15, 30s, and a 60 spot. And then we've got like a minute and a half spot that we could actually do on like a website just to kind of tell the story. It's pretty cool. But we did invest, and I say invest because I've talked to you a few times about this, where a lot of you think that advertising is an expense, and it is an investment. You are investing in your company to get your name out there more, to get people to want to use you more. And if you do it correctly, it's one of the best investments you can make in your company. It's great to have nice trucks. We invest a lot in trucks. It's great to have a nice building. We invest a lot in buildings, and the structure, the design, from the carpet to the paint, everything in our building, to the furniture. I prefer top end. So it's high quality, very professional, looks very, very professional. And when people come in here, that's exactly what they say. And that's just what I like. I'm the owner, and it's my business, and it's got my name on the front. It does have it on the front door, but it also has it on the front of the building in big neon lights. It's the McAfee Heating and Air Conditioning Company, and I want it to represent me and my family name well, and that's why I am a stickler, very meticulous, but a stickler for high-end, high-quality. This is what we're going to do in your home. It's going to be done right. If it's not, I'll pull it out and we'll redo it. But it's going to be done right, and it's going to represent my name's on the furnace, my name's on the air conditioner. I've already said this, but if you're just tuning in, we've been private labeling since 2003. So we just like a higher end look.
Come on, guys, let's
and I've got to figure out how to move on from here. Let's see. Okay, so also I'll talk more and more about advertising, because even on the radio, our radio ads are extremely professional. We review and review and review exactly what we're trying to get across. A lot of them tie in with our TV ads. So you're going to hear, if you're going to see it on TV, or if you're going to see it online, then you're going to hear it on the radio, and it's all going to tie together. There's nothing that is going to sound so different that you can't tell it's us. I mean, our motto, our logos, our vision statement, our slogans, everything is going to come across the same. McAfee Heating and Air, any season, anytime. And we're going to drive that home just like we did when our slogan was 8 to 8, same great rate. Everything I did was 8 to 8, same great rate. Not only that, but we advertised on the 8s. So at 8 a.m., we had an 8 to 8, same great rate commercial. At 8 p.m., we had an 8 to 8, same great rate commercial. And it's been a little while, but it would go something like, it's 8 a.m., reminding you McAfee runs 8 to 8 at the same great rate. Very quick, very easy. And we would get a lot of feedback that people actually knew they were on time when they'd hear our commercial come on. So they knew either they had to, they worked around their schedule based on when they heard our 8 a.m., 8 to 8, same great rate commercial, which is pretty cool. So lay out a plan. And you say, Greg, we're a 3-man shop right now. That's okay. Lay out a plan. I'm more excited about where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? But lay out a plan today. You might lay out a plan today and say, we'd like to produce one commercial for social media, and then have it produced. Sometimes you can produce it yourself with a cell phone. I mean, it can be a rough draft, but if done correctly, it comes across very well. So, your budget is your budget, but you still have to invest in your company. So use what you have and use it to the best of your ability. I did, other companies have, and it will pay off. It will pay off over time. Also, Google is a great tool. We have over 1,600, and I know there's probably companies listening to us right now that have 3,000 or 10,000 reviews, but we have 1,600 reviews. We've worked hard for these reviews. We have a 4.9 rating, 4.9 star rating, and we invite our customers to leave reviews, and it's not that hard. A lot of them leave reviews for a lot of different things, so they will leave you a review if you ask. We don't do anything. There's no tricks. We don't pay a company to get reviews for us or anything like that. These are asked by our employees. Especially if are you happy with your work? Yes. Would you mind leaving us a Google review? It really helps me during my review time. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but being found online is very important. Hire a company to get you started. If I Google, there's a lot of AdWords out there and all that kind of stuff. But if I Google, your company name in your city, you better be coming up. You better be coming up first, right? Now there are other companies that actually buy our name, and they will actually bid higher than me for my name. So if you Google McAfee Heating, sometimes there's other companies that will actually pop up above me. But that doesn't bother me. I am not going to outbid them for my name, because most people who are actually Googling my name, they want to find me anyway. So they're going to go past those guys and go to McAfee. I might be third or fourth. That's fine. I'm on the first page. Let them invest their money using my name. I mean, really? Can you come up with anything on your own? I know. Sometimes I feel honored, and other times I'm just like, come up with something on your own, please. I like competition, and sometimes you don't have enough of it. So also you get some really nice stuff said about you, and then on Google they'll put the top 3, and sometimes it's not the top 3. I take that back, because I've had a really negative one in the 3 that they actually post up front. Right now we've got some very positive ones on the 3. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about our industry. If you're in the heating and air conditioning industry, if you're in the home service industry, there's a lot of things that we rate, and there's a lot of things at McAfee that I compare myself to. And one of them is like national brand, because I private label. So I'm concerned about, I'm not really concerned about what other people sell, but I'm concerned about competing with a national brand name of a heating and air conditioning manufacturer, because my name's McAfee and it's on all our equipment, and that's all we advertise, and there's never a national brand name mentioned. If someone asks who makes it, then we'll give the manufacturer, the parent company, if possible, of the manufacturer who makes it. Because let's face it, guys, there's 5 or 6 manufacturers today that make about 150 different brands. We're just one of them. And they're all made very similar. Some are, but they're all made pretty similar. It's a box. It heats. It cools. There's high efficiency. There's lower efficiencies. But it's all in how you brand your company. It makes a big difference. So I'm worried about national brand. I'm worried about, price, of course. Now we're not the lowest price at all, and we're not expected to be. I think I told you this, but when our sales team presents a proposal, and the customer says you're higher than the other companies, we say something like, but you probably expected that. And most of the time they go, yes, we did. And we still close the job. I think I told you just now, this is December. It's December 8th today, 2020. And I just looked at November's numbers on sales, and we were close to 84% closing ratio for the entire month of November. 84%, 8.4 out of 10 we close. And I think I already told you the 1.6 they were probably the customer we didn't want anyway. So the ones we're closing are the higher end, the higher caliber, the kind of job we want. And I'm not just talking about expensive homes. I'm not necessarily after expensive homes. Do we market expensive homes? Absolutely. Do we market higher income people? Absolutely. But we have a wide variety of income levels and a wide variety of homes. So whether you live in $1 million house or a $100,000 house, I'll take the $100,000 house all day long. Because we're marketing the kind of customer who wants quality. You can want quality and live in a $100,000 house, and you can live in $1 million house and want junk. So don't get mixed up there with just income levels and a house valuation. We don't. So we have some great customers that spend $10,000 to $12,000 for a system that live in a $150,000 house all day long. We love them, we thank them, and we want more of them. So warranty, in our industry, warranty is also very important. Ease of doing business with a customer is also very important. How easy is it to do business with your company? How easy is it to find you? How easy is it to call you? If they do send you an email, do you respond the same day? I'll tell you, that's one of my pet peeves, folks. My pet peeves is getting online. They have a way to contact them, but it's useless because you type in your information to contact them, or you copy and paste or click on an email that they give to you on their website, and you never hear from them. I did this the other day, and it was a couple weeks ago, and the company just responded. I'd already bought the product or the service already, but they just responded, "Sorry, I just seen this." It's been 2 weeks. If you're not going to respond the same day or the next working day, then don't have it on your website. It's worthless. As a matter of fact, it will hurt you more than help you. So if you're going to have something like that on there, respond. Have someone watching it on a daily basis. Check your spam. Look for emails. I'll tell you, we do a lot of things. You know, you have someone build your website and they say you need this, this, and this on there, but you don't even know it's on there and you're not even using it properly. It happens all the time. So one-day installation is very important to McAfee. Sense of urgency, very important to McAfee. We've had a sense of urgency from day one. Quality, high quality is very important. Brand awareness and trust and reputation. So, you know, basically what I've done is I put this graph together with these items, and the first thing I thought about was what do other companies really care about? And they seem to care more about national brand awareness. So their brand, their national brand, they think that makes their company, and maybe it does, but it surely doesn't make my company. My brand is McAfee, and that's all I need. And when you gain that kind of brand from private labeling, it's confidence. I'll go up against any name brand. Matter of fact, I already told you we did a survey, and we were ahead of several. We were ahead of several name brands here in my territory, and that's all I'm concerned about. I'm not going to go to Florida, or I'm not going to go to Texas, and the McAfee brand is unknown in those states or cities. I'm not worried about it there. I'm worried about it right here where I do business. I'm worried about it right here that puts the bread and butter on our tables. That's all. That's all I'm worried about. So, but other companies are also doing everything. They're taking on all kinds of different kinds of work. They're taking on work from Angie's List. They're taking on work from Service Advisor. They're taking on all this kind of work. Home warranty companies. All this stuff that really doesn't make you any money. Just keeps you busy. Not here. I'd just rather pass on that. If I'm going to do work and stay busy, I'm going to make money. Think about it, folks. You should be doing the same thing. Yeah, like I said earlier in session 1 or 2, yeah, you can become part of a home warranty company, and you can do work for Angie's List and Home Advisor. That's just a great way to get started, and that's all. Once you're started and up and running, quit relying on those people. You don't own a business. You're working for them. Step out. Be bold. Okay, so we have, our competitors are concerned about, they're concerned about price. So they lower their prices because their thinking is, if I lower my price, I'll get more work. And that's not necessarily the case. I know a lot of large companies, much bigger than McAfee. Much bigger than McAfee. I've had the owners here speaking at boot camps and business revivals, and they all will tell you they didn't lower their price to grow. Matter of fact, I can't think of any company that a business owner that I've ever met in the heating and air conditioning company that grew leaps and bounds to number 1 in their territory because they had the lowest price. I can't think of any. I really can't. It's not about that. There's a lot more involved. Giving a good deal once in a while is one thing, but just having the lowest price all the time, you'll have the lowest price and work your way right out of business. So, ease of doing business. They don't necessarily, it's not easy to do business with them. The one-day install, a lot of companies don't see that as important. Now they have, because like I said, we've set a trend and we've advertised well that we do one-day installs guaranteed or your job's free, or we do 1 installs guaranteed or I'll give you back $1,000, whatever it might be. Also, so their sense of urgency also isn't as high as ours. It's not as, I just don't have a lot of patience, and I don't want people to wait on me. I never have. So we try to get to people quick. We try to respond quick. We try to get back with them extremely quick. And then quality is it's somewhere in there. Brand awareness. And there's not too many heating and air conditioning companies. There's a handful. It's probably the top 10. The top 10% are concerned about brand awareness, but everyone else out there, changing boxes, they're just not worried about brand awareness. And they're not concerned rather about trust and reputation. Business goes on. I heard it vibrating a little bit differently, which means it could be a very important call. And if I say, can I call you right back? And they say no, I've given them permission to say no. They are supposed to text me first, but they may have tried texting. I don't know. But anyway, at McAfee, we don't care about the national brand, and we don't care about doing oil heat boilers or new construction. We don't care about working for Home Advisor, and we don't care about working for Service Advisor, and we don't care about working for Angie's List, and we don't care about working for home warranty companies. It's zilch on our list. Zilch. 0. Price is important, but it's high. Our prices are higher. You buy a McAfee, you just expect it to be higher, and our warranty is better, and our ease of doing business is greater, and one-day install matters to us, and our sense of urgency is high, and our quality is high, and our brand awareness is important. Our trust and reputation is there. So I didn't mean for that to happen, but we can get rid of it. That was the end part of a boot camp where I said, "Come sail away with me," because we want to sail away into the blue oceans, like I talked about last week. And so it's once you make your mind up to be in that blue ocean and out of the sharks of the competition, and you're in that blue ocean, and there's only a couple of you, but you just don't run into each other that much because it's a big ocean and there's plenty of customers, and there's plenty of customers that want to do business with you, and they want to pay your prices, but they pay your prices because they like that sense of urgency, and they like that one-day install, and they like your warranty, and they stand for what you stand for. And folks, let me say this. We have customers. I think I told you I'm very outspoken, and sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I'm very outspoken in my beliefs. But we have customers who believe what I believe, and they support us, and they stand behind us, and they do business with us because of what I believe. Now that's powerful. That's a brand. I have branded some of my standards, my beliefs, and I have thousands of customers who feel the same way, and they use McAfee because of that. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I'm an American. I'm a patriot. I'm a Marine. All those things. I stand for capitalism. All those things. And yes, I'm pro-life. People know that. But all those things I stand for, my customers agree with me. And you'd say, Greg, you're gonna scare a lot of people away. They're not going to use you because they don't agree with you. And that's okay. Not everyone's going to use me no matter what I say. So I might as well be myself, and I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to stand for things. I speak a lot. I've been invited to speak a lot of different places, from political rallies to pro-life events, to small business events, a lot of those, Chamber of Commerce's, optimist clubs. I speak, and I share a little bit about, you can tell what I believe in by what I talk about. I'm not afraid to talk about God, all those things. And, people appreciate it. It's a breath of fresh air, that's for sure. It's a breath of fresh air. So, wrapping it up there, advertising is very important, but not just any kind of advertising. You want a higher quality of advertising. If you can't make 3 great commercials, then just make 1. If you can only afford 1 great commercial, it's much better than 3 mediocre commercials. It's much better than the 3 that are just not that great and they don't represent you well. Be careful who you work with. We've already mentioned all the names today. I haven't mentioned names of home warranty companies, and there's several of those. But just be careful. Know why you're doing it. If you're getting started, that's one thing. Great. Get started in any level you can, because it's hard getting started. Not everyone can do it. But once you've got started, build a brand that stands on its own, and you don't need all this other fluff and stuff. You don't need to work for all these other companies to have a great company. So take that with you, and remember what is important to you. What's important to you as a business owner? What's important to your company? And stick by those principles. It'll make a difference. So until next time, thank you for listening. Carry on and have a great day.